Today, I am going to talk about Shohei Ohtani and Munetaka Murakami. Part 1, the root of greatness of Munetaka Murakami and Shohei Ohtani lies in their routines. I believe Major League Baseball has finally realized the greatness of Munetaka Murakami. Japanese fans had already understood his incredible talent back when he was playing in Nippon Professional Baseball. Before his move to Major League Baseball, scouts from various MLB clubs evaluated him as a player who cannot hit high fastballs. To speak plainly, Japanese fans know that this evaluation was a huge mistake. Regarding Munetaka Murakami and Kazuma Okamoto, they had already proved they could handle the pitches thrown by major leaguers during the 2023 World Baseball Classic. Without even knowing that fact, the scouts of various MLB clubs slapped the label on him that he cannot hit high fastballs. I believe this exposed the terrifying danger of making judgments by blindly believing data alone. As a result, the Chicago White Sox acquired Munetaka Murakami, and now, his performance as the next Shohei Ohtani is nothing short of spectacular. The brilliant performance that Munetaka Murakami is showing us right now is the exact same display he had already shown us with the Tokyo Yakult Swallows. It is nothing unusual. It is the same case with Shohei Ohtani, but they are simply taking what they displayed in Japan and showcasing it to the entire world. There is a common thread that exists among Shohei Ohtani, Munetaka Murakami, and the other players who are currently excelling in MLB. That is the theme of this discussion. Routines. Any athlete deeply values their routine. It means thoroughly executing your set rules and continuing to do them no matter what happens. Munetaka Murakami commented as follows in a post-game interview on May 17, Japan time, after hitting his 16th and 17th home runs against the Chicago Cubs. The fact that I had not hit a home run for 7 games was not something that worried me all that much. I believe that the most important thing is to thoroughly prepare myself so that I can always hit home runs. I believe that keeping up that preparation without slacking every single day leads to good results. Even though it was a stretch of 7 games without a home run, I was able to continue doing what I needed to do, which means keeping the same preparation, or rather, including various trial and error processes. Therefore, regarding that aspect, I feel I score a perfect 100%. What this comment signifies is that you must not be swayed by the immediate results in front of your eyes, and you must always repeatedly do set things at set times. He is saying that this is more important than anything else, and he continued to do exactly that. And as a result, it connected to the outcome of being able to blast those home runs. When Munetaka Murakami was asked about what he emphasizes most within his routine, he commented with the following: "My morning stretching and checking my joint range of motion. Every game, every single time, the condition of my body is completely different. When I wake up in the morning, I am a brand new self, and there is a specific physical condition for that day. Since it changes every day, I mindfully approach it by thinking about what kind of approach I should take today, or what kind of training I should do today, and I believe that is the most important part. Day after day, he thinks deeply, faces his own physical condition, and works through his training while figuring out his approach and adjustments for the game based on the state of his body. During that time, whether results are coming out in the game or not does not matter to him at all. Continuing his own routine thoroughly is what matters most of all, and I feel that this very result is what connects to his massive production of home runs. The player who comes to mind when thinking about routines is the unicorn, Shohei Ohtani. He also stacks up a massive amount of training day after day before every game, beginning with pitching practice and playing catch. He never misses a single day. He can be seen playing catch every single day when there is a game, to the point where it seems there is never a day where he does nothing. Naturally, even in places where the media cameras do not capture him, Shohei Ohtani is constantly and continuously training. That is exactly why he can leave behind such historical results and perform at a high level consistently. No matter what the situation is, keeping a routine connects directly to fully demonstrating one's own peak performance, and the players of Samurai Japan deeply understand this. That is precisely why Shohei Ohtani, Munetaka Murakami, and all the other players of Samurai Japan value their routines so deeply, repeating the exact same things every single day without fail, which allows them to thrive on the grand stage that is MLB. Their approach can serve as a perfect textbook even when viewed from the perspective of education. It teaches children the vital importance of continuity. The absolute rationality of believing in yourself and dedicating yourself to daily training. I feel there are various profound lessons to be learned from it. While Shohei Ohtani's future performances will certainly continue to draw intense focus, the attention on the next Shohei Ohtani, Munetaka Murakami, will undoubtedly rise even further moving forward. Part 2. The absolute conditions for MLB teams to capture the Japanese market alongside Shohei Ohtani. The other day, during Shohei Ohtani's scheduled day off, it was mentioned on the broadcast that Japanese fans would likely not watch the Los Angeles Dodgers game. That specific game featured no pitching appearances by Yoshinobu Yamamoto or Roki Sasaki, so I believe the only people watching the live broadcast in Japan were truly hardcore baseball lovers or Japanese fans who are official members of the Dodgers fan club. As expected, the sheer presence of Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and Roki Sasaki is monumental. Japanese fans possess a style where they support the Dodgers precisely because these players are on the team. This applies to other teams as well. Most of the Japanese fans who support the Chicago Cubs do so because it is the team that Seiya Suzuki and Shota Imanaga belong to. The fans who support the Toronto Blue Jays do so because they are cheering for Kazuma Okamoto, meaning they support the Blue Jays as his corresponding team. It is the exact same feeling where fans wish for the victory of the White Sox because they are cheering for Munetaka Murakami. When you think about it this way, if an MLB team wants to capture the Japanese market in the future, the absolute prerequisite condition is to acquire Japanese players and continuously use them in games. With the kind of treatment that Masataka Yoshida receives with the Boston Red Sox, you cannot capture the Japanese market. That specific method of utilizing him causes immense stress to Japanese fans of Masataka Yoshida. With that approach, far from capturing the Japanese market, Japanese fans will actually walk away. In order for MLB teams to successfully capture the Japanese market moving forward, it is absolutely vital that a productive Japanese major leaguer exists on the team, just as we can clearly see by looking at the Dodgers, Cubs, Blue Jays, and White Sox. In addition to this, even the Dodgers will need to acquire other Japanese position players and powerhouse hitters in the future besides Shohei Ohtani. The reason for this is that, going forward, Shohei Ohtani will likely be given many days of rest. When considering the reduction of the immense physical burden of the two-way pitching and hitting role, it is highly desirable to give Shohei Ohtani regular days off. That is completely understandable. However, when that happens, it will create a massive number of Japanese fans who will not watch the Dodgers games when Shohei Ohtani is absent, just like the other day. If Yoshinobu Yamamoto or Roki Sasaki takes the mound on the days when Shohei Ohtani is resting, Japanese fans will likely still watch the live broadcast. However, as seen the other day, the vast majority of Japanese fans will not watch a game where the Samurai Trio does not appear at all. That is how massive the presence of the Samurai Trio is to Japanese fans. They are a true source of pride. As for the Dodgers, their plan is to give Shohei Ohtani rest to ensure he can always unleash his full power, allowing them to fight through the season and win through the postseason. For that purpose, regularly resting Shohei Ohtani and ensuring he constantly maintains a healthy body to perform is more critical than anything else. On the other hand, from a business perspective, for the Dodgers who wish to capture the Japanese market and continue increasing their Japanese fan base, if Japanese fans refuse to watch the games on days when Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and Roki Sasaki do not play, it will inevitably impact corporate sponsorship contracts. This is highly undesirable for the front office management of the Dodgers. To completely avoid this issue, the Dodgers must acquire powerhouse hitters other than Shohei Ohtani in the future. Even on days when Shohei Ohtani rests and does not play in the game, if another Japanese major leaguer belongs to the team and enters the game, a vast number of Japanese fans will naturally watch the Dodgers game just like they usually do. This can be said for other teams as well. On the Blue Jays, Kazuma Okamoto is currently the only Japanese player belonging to the roster. The White Sox have only Munetaka Murakami belonging to their roster. If they do not appear in the game, Japanese fans will simply not watch the Blue Jays or White Sox games. No one except the most extreme baseball fanatics will watch a game that lacks Japanese players. As I stated earlier, that is exactly how much obsession and pride Japanese fans hold toward Japanese players. Moving forward, I believe various MLB teams are planning to acquire Japanese players with the goal of capturing the Japanese market, but a single player is not enough. At least multiple players are required. The fact that fans can see the active performance of Japanese players every single time there is a game connects to capturing the Japanese market more than anything else. I highly desire for them to thoroughly understand this reality. Part 3, Signs of a Strong Resurgence in the Swing of Shohei Ohtani. On May 17, Japan time, in the game against the Los Angeles Angels, Shohei Ohtani delivered a truly massive performance with 2 hits, 5 runs batted in, 1 walk, and 1 stolen base. He had been mired in a long batting slump, but now that we can see his brilliant performance return, fans all across the entire world must be breathing a massive sigh of relief. His play at Angel Stadium, the very place where he built his legend while repeating endless trial and error as a two-way player, looks to be filled with even more intense emotion than usual. I am going to put absolutely every single play I am capable of on complete display. One can feel that exact type of powerful spirit from him. It was a truly magnificent performance. Now, looking at Shohei Ohtani's current condition as a hitter, distinct signs of a strong resurgence have finally appeared. Where can we see the evidence to judge this? It is the specific flight path of his batted balls. When his condition is poor, his batted balls tend to wrap forward with heavy topspin. The fact that the ball takes on topspin means that the path of his bat swing is coming from underneath, brushing the ball, which puts a forward rotation on the batted ball. Because of this, even when a hard liner is hit, the ball quickly drops downward. It becomes very difficult for those hits to become home runs. This is the exact trend seen in Shohei Ohtani's batted balls when he is in a bad condition. However, in the game against the Angels on May 17, Japan time, the topspin on his batted balls was gradually showing clear improvement. In other words, against the pitches thrown by the pitcher, the trajectory of his bat at the precise moment of his swing was completely level. That is exactly why he can square up the ball perfectly, resulting in a beautiful, clean flight path. A distinct change and clear progress have finally appeared in Shohei Ohtani's batted balls. This means that it should be bursting out any moment now. That undeniable, magnificent aura of the unicorn that we all know so well. From now on, during every single one of Shohei Ohtani's upcoming at-bats, it would be highly advisable to constantly wait out there in the outfield stands with a baseball glove ready. That is all for today. Thank you very much.